Hey, it's me. Hey, I'm just doing a real quick impromptu video because I can't sleep. I had a hernia operation earlier, and it hurts just as much laying down as standing up, so I'm standing up. And I have a lot to talk about as far as this cartridge system goes, and so now seems like a good time. I just got the cheapest, what are they called, reproducers, or voice box, or replicator, or whatever you want to call them, in this box. You know, it's a joke. It's hilarious. It's a piece of stamped steel that they tried to make look antique, I guess. This was really cheap. I bought a high dollar one of the version and a cheapo. The cheapo came. This is the cheapo. This was like 15 bucks. I bought a $200 one because I want to see a quality one as well. I'm new in this. Up until a couple weeks ago, I didn't know anything about what a gramophone really was. I knew about 78s. My mom had some. But so this is all new to me. So I'm finding this exciting. So I just got this guy. This whole unit here weighs 98 grams, almost 100 grams. That's with a needle. With a needle that attaches in. And what you do is you can tell that it sounds like crap because it's vibrating this aluminum plate here. Well, listen to it. You adjust that little screw on this little arm here, which translates out to the needle tip. And then, so this screw, you tweak that little screw, and then you drop some glue on, and there's your sound. Once you've turned that screw and adjusted that, bing, there you are. That's what you get. What you hear is what you get. Now, and then they use this piece of rubber. It looks like it's a chunk of a sole of a shoe or something. I don't know what it is. Oh, that's not it. Well, whatever. It's a really crappy gasket. Really bad gasket. So, 97 grams. I tried, so I took the polypropylene speaker, this guy right here, and I attached a needle on it. And it's the same size, actually. It's the same size as this guy. Now the difference is this polypropylene and this cone versus this tinny aluminum. This speaker with the magnet and the wire and the connector is half as much as the reproducer. It's 45 grams, the speaker. So right now I've just got some weather stripping, silicone weather stripping on it, and a weird cut up here. But let's see if I can get a little sound action going. Here we go. I'm gonna be the human tone arm. I'm gonna stand up. I'm just gonna hold this in air. Turn it on. Let's get some sound here. Turn up the volume. Good try. Yeah, buddy. Oh, lovely. You can hear it really nice. You can hear it. Well, you get the gist. It actually works pretty weird and pretty well. So let me move back here. Disconnect some of the noisemakers. So this polypropylene sounds a lot better than this little headphone speaker I had, although this works really well as well. So here's the concept, though. The whole concept here is you take something like this and you use the dynamic signal out and you combine it with the pressure waves from the diaphragm, and you can mix both together or separately. You can phase them, you can DSP them, you can do all kinds of neat stuff with those two signals. But you got two signals. You're gonna have to do some delay, Lord knows what. So in this little Bluetooth module here has a microphone. So that microphone is picking up the audio, which I'm now gonna put it in this. And then plus the dynamic signal off the wire. Now, this is, I forgot to mention, so somebody could easily come up with a really nice 3D printed configuration of a housing where you can make a housing that can accept regular needles, or another type of 3D printed housing where you can snap in Singer sewing machine needles. Because, you know, heck, I got a lot here, and they don't seem to be wearing. I'm on the. I bought 10 of these 78s 2 weeks ago on eBay for about $18 or I don't know, under 20 bucks. I sat on 3 of them. I'm down to 7. Out of those 7, I've only played 1, and it's playing fine. So I played 2 now, and they're playing fine. Here comes the stuff. Some really cool ideas. Picture this. Okay, so you've got an adapter head that plays 78s. It's dynamic and audio, so it'll plays your 78s just like a gramophone. You Bluetooth out to Bluetooth speaker, your cell phone, or, you know, like I'm making a gramophone boom box out of a 100-year-old, more than 100-year-old gramophone horn. There's something I forgot to mention. You can DC offset the dynamic portion of this guy. In other words, if I put a small DC offset on here, I can move the magnet up or down. I can literally move, not the magnet, I can move the diaphragm up or down to meet where the needle is electrically. Okay? Then you can couple audio through a capacitance out and still get your audio out. So what you have here is you actually have an adjustment where you can DC offset where your pressure point on your needle here. Think about it. In real time, while you're playing the record. So if you can Bluetooth the signal in, so if we can transmit a signal into this guy, that'll send the DC offset out to this. So you're gonna need an app that can control that. Then while you're playing the record, you can DC offset the contact point on the needle and find the sweet spot of the groove. So you could find the sweet spot of the groove. In other words, you're listening to the song, and you should be able to adjust the sound for the best sound you've ever heard. I can't think of it not working. So, and then the other thing is you can actually take that one step farther, and you not only just need a voice coil in there, but you can print other coils on flexible PC board that will allow you to do azimuth correction and other things onto your polypropylene disc here. You can etch a PC board with custom coils that will allow you to not only do the pressure on the needle, so then you 3D print a housing that this speaker snaps into. What did I find? I found some door lock housing. 3D print a housing for this. 3D print a housing for that guy. Make them out for needles. And then you can adjust this guy in real time, and it's all portable in a little USB-C rechargeable Bluetooth unit. So you take, this is it. Where is it? So it comes a little receiver. So there's receiver for Apple, receiver for Android, and then there's these little magnet clips for the actual little Letus guys. Now, check this out. So the little Letus, still not working yet, a unit, so Bluetooth. There's the microphone. So that's the microphone that's going to be picking up the audio in the little unit. So this would have been the audio that you would have been pumping through the horn. You're now picking it up directly and pumping it out to your Bluetooth speaker. So in here, we've got to be able to mix the dynamic signal from the speaker. But watch this. They give you a little microphone clip, super magnetic. So you go click, right? You click that on there. So then your little Letus guy goes click and rotate. And it's a real strong magnet. So picture, you go, here's your cartridge. Huh? And there's the on button. You click and rotate. So this is almost a whole product here. So there your cartridge clicks on, rotates. This guy just click and rotate. So there, now you adjust your needle. There, bing. So you turn on your app, play your record, and you should be able to electronically bias that needle around, bias that little guy around, and find the sweet spot where the mechanical connection between the needle and the diaphragm is optimum for that group. There's like electrically recorded ones and different recordings. So this should compensate for that. So throw that in an amp in your phone. Then you tell the app, this is where ideas I forget about come in. Then in the app, you tell it what record you're playing. It knows if it was electrically recorded or whatever, and adjusts the bias, the needle bias, for that frickin' record. You're going to get the best sound out of that record you probably ever had. Now, none of this exists. So, I'm up because I can't sleep because this is so cool. So it's a whole little product. You get a little Bluetooth cartridge, an app, and you're off to the races.